welcome to a special episode of Anime Masters of the Apocalypse Anime Talks. I am your host, the Anime Master Mess. With me is my fellow anime companion, Vlad.
Hello, everybody! I am the anime companion, and I'm ready to do anime.
Super.
Hello, everybody.
So this is a very special episode because we're not going to talk about any specific anime, as you can probably see on the screen. No, we are going to talk. We're going to go through each of the animes that we've already dedicated an episode to, and put them on a tier list. And the tiers go from S, which is masterpiece, completely amazing, blew our heads off, to D, which is just terrible, legitimately bad. Though it should be said that this is all based on our opinions, of course.
Oh yeah.
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 This is not a definitive anime tier list. This is just the AMOTA team and our opinions about where these animes stack. And just be aware that your opinions may not be aligned with ours. And of course, we will give our arguments for why we believe this should be in this tier. So, yeah, let's get to it.
Yeah.
So we'll start with the first anime, which is Death Note. So, where should this be?
Are there any other arguments other than S?
I actually have an argument for why maybe A. And my argument, okay, is because the first half of this Death Note, definite S, will not disagree. But the second half, with Nier and Mellow and all that, is not as good as the first half.
Yeah,
and we're talking about the entire series here, not just the first half.
But does it really? Does the second half pull the first half that much down?
No, but we have to take. This is where we have to think about the entire anime. We can't just ignore parts of it.
I'm not ignoring it. I'm just saying, does it really pull that first part so much down? And is the second part that bad that it doesn't it still doesn't deserve an S? Again, we're talking Death Note here. We are talking probably one of the first animes I watched from the start to the ending. The masterpiece that foundated my taste in anime. It is the founding member of my anime taste.
The founding member.
A founding member.
All right.
That One Piece and Pokemon.
I don't consider, for me personally, I don't consider the kids anime that watch on Danish television for being an anime first. I consider that cheating when it comes to anime. But
Pokemon is anime, man.
Oh, I know, but in the way that was presented.
Man, I can't. I would argue against that. We haven't watched it on the show yet, but you remember Digimon.
I remember Digimon.
But that is an anime.
I know it's an anime.
That is a fucking good anime.
But we watched it in the context of it being a kids' TV show on wherever that was played. I don't remember.
Yeah, but it's so surprisingly deep.
Yeah, when you watch it as an adult now, but that's beside the point. Okay, we just have to talk about Death Note.
Yeah. But no, it's a part of the argument.
It is.
Death Note is incredibly deep and very, very good. It enthralls you in so many aspects.
Yes, it does, but then it declines in quality halfway through, and then we have one half, which is.
But is it the storytelling quality? It's definitely not the animation.
No.
and the
Though I will say though that the second season, no, not second season, like the second half's opening, I wasn't a fan of the
mm,
animation in that one.
yeah.
A bit too out there for me.
Oh, do you like the second half's opening better than the first one?
No, I said that the second half's opening I like less.
Okay, yeah,
I
yeah.
generally
I
don't like the
agree.
second opening.
I totally agree on
I
that.
think it's a bit too
I,
whack
I
and
don't
doesn't represent Death Note
I,
very
I
well.
don't I don't I don't dislike it, but I definitely think in the first half Death Note's opening is a yeah it is one of those openings that you just remember. Is one of
It's
those
iconic.
openings that other anime constantly reference to.
Mm.
Oh man, just the image of L and Light standing on those
Yeah.
buildings and the camera zooming around. Oh damn, it's good.
I love there where we see like Misa in the rain being sad, and then we have Light looking like the savior when he's holding up his hand. But then
Yeah,
we also see
yeah,
his dark eyes, where we see, oh no, he's not the savior. He's actually the devil.
yeah,
It's like
and
so
constantly
great.
with the color coordination
Yeah.
where Light is always red and the L is blue. It's it's beautiful.
Mm.
So yeah, but we both think the animation holds on the both seasons.
Yeah, it's the
Maybe
story
so
and
much in the
characters
openings.
that kind of suffer a
Yeah.
bit in the second half.
Oh, what characters?
Well, the new characters that are introduced, like Nier and Mello, they're introduced to like be the new replacement for L, and they don't
Yeah.
stack up. Like they're fine characters in their own right, but they don't stack up in comparison to what we got before. And also we have other characters like Misa, who essentially does nothing in
Yeah, yeah. She
and
feels
he
she
just feels
it
like
feels like
baggage.
she's degraded. Yeah, it feels like she's degraded a bit to almost a trophy wife in the second season.
Yeah. Also,
It's very annoying.
when
It's
it comes
very
to
annoying,
Light
actually.
himself, I do like some of the character development that they give Light, that he's become more insane, but he's
Mm.
also okay. It's been a while since I watched it, but I recall me being annoyed at how stuck Light was in that whole second half, where it seems like he couldn't move or do anything,
Mm.
like for most of it,
Mm.
as opposed to in the first half where it was a back and forth. But
Yeah, yeah.
Light just seemed a little too like stuck and almost helpless in a way,
Mm.
like throughout the second season, or second half. I don't
Yeah,
know. But
yeah.
yeah,
You would imagine that he actually has more freedom to
mm.
move now that
He gets
he
like
has
he becomes the fake L or whatever you should tell it.
yeah.
Mm.
Hmm. So yeah.
And then we
Hmm.
have that other Shinigami that comes in, and
The what?
like the third Shinigami that comes in. You know
Oh
the guy
yeah, that
that's
was
the
weird.
owner of that other Death Note that Rio has or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Oh
never liked
wow.
him. He was just a bit too much of uh, a pushover for a Shinigami to
Yeah.
be, and he just kind of, when he involved himself in the conflict, it was just kind of cheating in a way.
When I first saw it, I actually thought that whole thing with Light's little sister getting abducted.
Kidnapped
What?
when she got
Kidnapped?
kid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, kidnapped, and that I thought that was the anime only thing, but then I read it and it just what? Okay,
hmm
it felt like it was there and then it went away again.
Yeah, and also one thing I'm not a fan of is the fact that immediately, as soon as the second half starts, that Nier and Milo already suspect Light. Like, and the reason for that is they've given like a 3 year time skip or something, where they off screen have been like gathering clues and figuring out that it's
Yeah,
probably Light Yagami or someone in his position or something like that. That feels just a
yeah,
bit cheap to me.
yeah. It feels a bit
That it
cheap.
happens
Yeah,
off screen, and then they immediately like go to the attack, and Light is in
yeah.
complete pressure
Yeah,
from the beginning.
it would have been better if we have seen if we have seen them go a bit through the same process.
Yeah, of course, I am aware that the author had apparently like planned that it should be 108 chapters, like from the beginning.
Uh,
So they had a limited amount of
uh,
chapters to work with, but still.
what a weird goal to have that. Oh, this manga can't be more
Apparently,
than
there's some sort of
this amount.
symbolism with the number 108, I think.
Okay.
But yeah,
But really, if it suffers, better to talk, better to make a better story, a more fleshed out story. Not that the Death Note is not fleshed out, but it, from what we have spoken of now, I feel that there's actually improvements to be made in Death Note.
yeah. That's why I will argue. And again, it's all the second half. Like,
Yeah.
like
Eh,
the only complaint I have about the first half would be that one anime only scene with like Yagami and L in the rain, and apparently I'm the only one who didn't like that scene.
hmm. Actually, we talked about this. The movie.
I don't think they count here in our tier list,
No. But
but
just for the context of what would have been a better ending,
oh yeah,
maybe.
the movie ending would have been better. For context,
Yeah.
I'm referring to the original no, the original Japanese live action movie,
Mm, mm,
not the Netflix one,
mm.
and also not the
It's good.
later live action
Oh damn! Oh
Death
damn!
Note.
The Netflix. Oh.
But there have
Oh.
been so much live
Oh.
action Death Note. It's hard
Oh.
to follow what's one.
I. Oh, man. I.
And you completely forgotten it was a thing.
Yeah. I've forgotten that thing existed. God, that was shit. Shit. Oh. Oof. I need to get my thoughts on better things. Yeah, you know what? Let's put it on a maybe we have some other considered contestants that will push it up. But
Maybe.
let's start.
For
Yeah,
now, I will argue for A because of its
yeah,
problems in the second half.
yeah.
All right, fruit basket.
Hey, I actually liked it. And,
Mm,
the problem is oh man, I hmm,
look, I'm a bit torn about where to put this one, honestly, because it's not the show itself is not really for me, but I can't really say that there was anything like really
bad about it.
wrong with it. So
I I I got pleasantly surprised by it. I really liked the horrific ending in that anime.
mm,
I really didn't see that coming. That cat would become this monster.
yeah,
It was nice to see. It was good. And the one scene where the oldest of
Zodiacs.
the the three guys from that Zodiac family thing met up and had a cup of tea and just
Oh, that scene,
basically
yeah.
saw what?
Yeah, the scene where the old guys are just
Yeah. That oddly
talking.
spoke to me. It spoke to me on a personal level. Wow,
Mm.
this really sounds like me now talking to my friends about my youth. They are. I think. Didn't we look up their ages? They are our ages now,
Yeah,
right?
about that, yeah.
Uh, yeah, around the mid 20s.
Mid
Yeah,
20s, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and a moment.
So I got pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, it's, like I like the humor in the show. The humor surprised me; it was pretty good, and also some of the emotional stuff that they did. Like I remember, I really liked the bullying that they showed, or
Mm.
rather, not showed. They really only showed like the consequences of it with that one girl
Yeah,
character.
yeah.
And I also remember like I really liking the overall message of the show with how it's the people that care about you and wants to hang out with you that you should really like spend your time with instead of just of feeling pressure to hang around with people who you may be like related to by blood or something else. I
Yeah,
think the
yeah.
show gave that message really well,
Mm.
but at the same time, the show was also kind of boring. Like in a lot of
Yeah,
this.
yeah. I got real tired of the whole gag with, oh no, I
I'm a rat, and I am.
I fell,
Mm,
and now I hit you, and now you're red. Oh no, oh
mm,
no, and you're naked. Oh my god, the naked gag. Ugh.
mm. And also,
Thankfully, they
mm,
they only did it once for every character, and then they just every time it happened, they just, oh, I'm naked. Well, let me get in my clothes again.
mm. And also, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a big fan of the main character. Like
Ah, yeah,
she was
she's
kind of not
bland.
interesting at all.
Yeah, the characters around her was the thing that was interesting.
Interesting, yeah. Which I get it.
She,
It's a show made for girls, so she's supposed to be the girl that other girls can like project themselves into.
yeah,
So
yeah,
I
oh
understand
yeah,
that
and it's
completely.
very easy.
Yeah.
She is very much a blank canvas.
Yes. And I have heard from other people who saw this in their like childhood and where
Wait a
they
second,
yeah.
wait a second. Is she actually more bland than Kirito?
Well,
No,
I think okay. I
no.
see it this way. Kirito is the bland action character, and she's the bland slice of life character.
Ah, yeah, yeah.
So there are different
You're right.
kinds
Yeah,
of bland.
but because Kirito, he's the most white bread ever.
Oh yeah.
Tasteless.
You know, to be fair to like, I will say she actually has more emotions than Kirito because she actually like does have
Yeah.
feelings like about like death and her family and other people.
Oh
Where
my god.
Kirito, he has feelings depending on what the plot needs him to feel.
Yeah, yeah,
Like he will be a loner one episode and then he will desperately need friends the other episode. Then they will die and then he will forget about them the next episode.
yeah,
And then 2 seasons later, he will remember that, oh, he actually killed people 3 years ago. That bothers me now. Oh, but now it doesn't bother me anymore.
yeah.
We haven't even
Oh,
gone to sort of online yet,
oh,
and we're already dissing
yeah.
it. uh,
I think it's not B. It's not the what should I say? It's not the it's not the middle line. It's not where I
I personally,
put it.
I acknowledge it has some really good parts, but the other parts are just kind of bland. So I don't want to put it in A, but B just seems a bit harsh, maybe.
I would put after what after I have talked to you, I actually think it's C.
You think
Is
it's C?
is it? Mm, oh no,
I
that means
think
it's bad.
I would
It's not.
actually put it in B personally.
Yeah, yeah. It's B. It's B.
Like because its good parts are really good.
B for bland.
Oof. But yeah. So like I said, the good parts are really good, but its bad parts are just kind of bland.
Hmm.
There's nothing okay. There's nothing bad about it. Like there's
Yeah.
nothing that made me think, oh, why did you do that? Other than the crying of that one character that really bothered me.
Hmm.
Remember that the where sound that
Ah,
one character made.
nope. I,
Well,
I remember the child don't sounding like a child. It didn't sound like a child.
oh, I also
It's not.
remember the fact that the main character, her actor, she apparently can't sing.
Oh yeah,
Remember,
yeah,
she did the opening, and respect for actually
yeah,
doing the opening, but it did not sound good. I'm sorry.
yeah.
I'm happy to say that her voice actor, I think, is actually doing a lot better now. Because I
Ooh.
think she's also the voice of Nami in One Piece.
Oh, whoa, cool.
Yeah, so she's really went places.
Hmm.
Hmm. So, anyway, the next one, Gangsta.
Gangsta.
Mm,
Um,
this one wasn't really my cup of tea, but it also was.
I actually, yeah,
But what it
I
did, I think it did good. It's just that it's not for me.
yeah,
So,
I after the my thoughts for it extends to today, but I I I, I fell in love for it because it was the same animators and the same studio as Samurai Champloo
mm,
do, if I don't remember, if I'm not wrong, and I like the style, but the plot just seemed a little bit just a bit. It had a cool concept, but it didn't feel substantial enough.
Mm.
Um, it didn't feel it, and I really liked the architecture and the city, but at times I felt that the place also felt a bit limiting. It really it yeah the place felt a bit limiting sometimes for the whole scenario.
Yeah, yeah.
It again it's sometimes I felt like oh okay, this this could have benefited for a scenery shift, because uh, the feeling I had was that uh, the characters look good and they are interesting to look at, but the scenery behind it is it's a bit bland. Even though it's cool architecture, it's just the same and the same and the same. And
Mm.
sometimes we get a cool bar scenes, but afterwards we shift back to alleys
Yeah, it very much
and
like back alley and like the slums.
yeah, and I when I started watching it, I actually thought I would love to have a whole anime where that is the aesthetic.
Mm.
Because sometimes I feel, oh man, I wish there would be more of these kind of sceneries, these uh, other country architecture, back alleys, small alleyways, and that which I like. It felt it again. I've never been to Venedig, but it felt a bit like Venice.
Mm.
But yeah, so the story, I really liked the concept, but it just didn't seem substantial enough to. How many episodes? It was only 12 episodes, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, it's.
Like
I
it's.
got bored.
Mhm.
I got
Yeah.
bored in the end.
Mm. I think they did some of the like individual character arcs like pretty well, but
Mm,
the overall story was kind of for me hard to follow. Other than gang war, then the overall story was kind of hard for me to figure out what was really going on, and
mm,
also much of the action felt kind of forced to me.
mm.
Like it
Yeah.
felt like okay, this is an anime, so we need over the top action. Let's just
Mm,
cram it in, and
mm. Yeah.
it's where I feel like it wasn't really necessary. Like if you're gonna make a gang war anime, then you
Mm.
don't need all of this. You don't need katanas. Like we over this in the actual episode. They use
But it's cool.
I know, but it kind of takes away for me. It takes away the whole
mm.
gang war aesthetic.
Harry.
So,
Mm.
but again, at the same time, I do acknowledge that it did some parts really well. Like
Yeah.
the female character, I can't remember her name. Like her, like problems with both.
Man,
Like her
that was
character
hard.
arc, like in general, I think they did really well.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Mm. And I also really liked how they had the character who couldn't speak probably.
Oh yeah, that was cool too.
Yeah,
The one who was mute.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was it. Yeah, like I really like how they did his character. It was really, and I also like
Yeah.
how they did. Uh, they present his character in a way so that you can from when you first see him you get this idea of him being like a really bad and scary man, but then he's actually a
Mm.
really nice person and gentle and all that.
Yeah.
Like so
Yeah.
that I think they did really well.
Hmm.
So this is again one of those things where all in all I have some problems with it, but at the same time I recognize they did some things really well.
Hmm.
Also, I like the subtlety of this being like in a post war country
Yeah.
where you can still
Yeah.
kind of feel the after effects of the war without
Mm-hmm.
them actually like downright telling it.
Specifying. Yeah.
Yeah, specifying. Okay, so I would personally put it. just because it's not my cup of tea, I would personally put it in B. But I can see
Yeah,
the arguments
same,
for
same,
A.
same, same
Okay,
with me.
so B. Damn, we're harsh.
B.
So the next one, oh, the full name is such a long one. Um, uh, my next life as a villain is all routes lead to doom. Boom, that was it. Whew.
Yeah,
I would put it in S. I'm just gonna say it. I love this anime.
it's not an S for me.
That's fair.
It's definitely, but again, that's where we differ.
Yeah.
I'm I'm very very fucking picky about my isekais.
Ooh.
Babe, I'm very picky.
Fair enough.
I'm really fucking picky about my isekais.
See, okay, so I just really liked that we have the horror genre here, and then
mm,
we have a main character who is, and she's dumb but fun, and then she accidentally gets every other character, which includes the regular main character, like falls and all
mm.
the villains that like falls in love with her, and she doesn't even realize it,
Yeah, she
and
doesn't even realize, which is very funny.
and then she thinks that there's something going on between the different characters because that's how they were in like in the original story,
Mm, mm,
and it's just all parts of it is just really fun. And
mm.
I admit I'm a bit biased here in that I've also read the light novels and the manga version, so I think my perspective might be a bit bigger in that regard when I think about,
Broader. Yeah.
yeah. And I just
Again,
really like the characters, and it's fun for me. It is one of those animes that it's fun. I get happy when I watch it. So yeah, so, your argument for why it should not be an S.
characters, they are not that. Again, that's totally subjective. But when you stand besides character design with Death Note and Gangster, it doesn't compare. They are so bland and have very little facial details and
But
not
mate,
that.
they're the best kind of character because they're medieval characters. They're like princes and dukes and
Okay, that's not stretching. It's fantasy, glor, very mint, very mint medieval.
which
Uh,
is the point
That
since he's
that
been reincarnated
there.
inside a video game
Yeah, that
for
makes
girls.
sense.
They're supposed
Yeah,
to look
I actually
stupidly
I remember I
hot.
remember I remember I actually I very much like the all the game visual stuff. Every
Mm,
time there was text popping on the screen or something, she maybe made a plan or something. I
mm.
really like that. Uh, I, am I wrong, or didn't we get a backstory for every male character or something? We got a bit of the backstory.
Yeah, we got a
Or
backstory for all the
yeah,
characters essentially.
yeah. I don't remember who, but I liked some of the characters and how they in how they interacted with her and how they tried but didn't want to show in a very obvious way that they liked her.
Mm.
So yeah, maybe it is because I sometimes I just felt a bit annoyed that just tell her you like her and you want to do something. You want to go out or something.
Okay,
But
the
but
argument here, like the show comes up with the fact that she's already at like a duke's daughter with the prince as her official fiance, so there would be political repercussions
mm,
if one of them
yeah
were to
yeah
say that they
yeah
love you.
yeah yeah. Yeah. It's not fucking better than fucking Death Note. It's not. Okay. I
Have I
will. I will
doomed
go.
any S because I convinced you to put Death Note in A?
Yeah. If we pop up Death Note to and fucking S where it should be, we can put her. We can put that one on A.
Look, now we are talking about this one. We have to take each anime for their own thing. The reason why we didn't put Death Note on S was
But it's
because we
not.
could.
It's not as good. Death Note is not as good as this. It should not stand on the
Death
same
Note has
pedestal.
more
Pedestal.
flaws than this show. Himifura is like the short name.
I didn't get annoyed by Death Note at any point.
Were you annoyed by?
Yeah, I was a bit annoyed when
You
I
just
watched that
say
anime.
it. Okay. Can we at least put it in A beside Death Note then?
No, we cannot put Death Note beside it.
Oh come on! I refuse to put it in B together with Fruit Basket.
It's no. It's fine. We can put it in A, but Death Note needs to be popped up to an S.
Oh come on!
Yes.
Fine.
Yes.
Fucking hell.
Yes. Oh, that is Death Note at its right place. Okay. Again, everything is up for rendition.
Yeah.
We can pop things around.
uh,
Okay.
Hitalia. C.
Hey. Oh, it is dated.
Yeah. Look,
It shows its fucking age.
it does. Look again. I think I said this during the actual episode where if I had watched this 10 years ago, maybe I would have enjoyed it more. But as it is now, I just can't enjoy it. Like there are a couple of jokes in it that I find funny, but all in all, it's not really
and you're interested in history. Imagine how I felt.
Yeah.
I felt that luckily the episodes were very, very short, so I could. So the episode I actually liked a bit was not far in between, but damn, it was a marathon to get through the episodes. I just didn't feel anything for. Was just indifferent to, and maybe a very much bored.
Yeah, and also there were a few jokes in it which made me like legitimately angry because it's built on like ideas about how some countries have done throughout history which are just wrong. Like they made the classic France is terrible at war joke, which I hate because of how wrong it is.
I actually, you know what annoyed me the most when the do you remember when the some of the characters got on an island?
Yeah,
right?
I remember.
Yeah, and the first part of that, I actually began to enjoy the episodes, and then I was immediately bored every time we went away from that. It's just, I wish they would have held on to that and went with it for some episodes and then went on the way to other plots. But it was just a bit annoying that it went through. They went back and forth with it.
For some reason they kept on showing the same scenes and the same jokes multiple times.
Yeah,
and it just made me move
on
already in a way.
I don't remember who it was, but there was so many jokes where some country retreated, and it was the whole gag. That country.
It was probably either Italy or France.
Yeah, but it was so annoying that it's the gag, but it goes for it and then it retreats, or it needs help from Germany.
Yeah, I think it's Italy, where Italy will always have the white flag, and I feel bad for any Italian watch that. Seriously. Also, one part that annoyed me is the fact that the show didn't didn't make a difference between like the countries that were like how they were during World War II. I mean, that's what they're supposed to be, the Axis powers, Italia, and the modern day equivalent of their countries. That just annoyed me. Yeah, I'm sorry.
I wouldn't recommend it, and I wouldn't watch it again. And I'm happy. The only thing that I'm happier about is that I know where the memes come from now.
Mm.
The Germany recognizes its friend recognizes its friend Italy. Pasta. I'm happy I know where that joke comes from and why it is, but
Mm.
I just wouldn't. Damn, I'm I'm actually think I actually think it belongs to the dumpster.
Wow, you want to put it in D?
Yeah,
Damn, that's harsh, man. Like I feel like if the correct person watched this, they could really
yeah, the
enjoy it.
correct person. We're talking about subjective
All right, this is
subjective
our
opinions here.
opinion. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know,
What, watch the memes. Don't watch the anime.
is there some kind of Hitalia Kai or something?
Oh yeah, yeah. Just a meme compilations.
Like
Yeah,
it's really
yeah.
just the
Just watch that.
individual jokes just taken out, so they only show them once and
Oh
then
yeah,
move on.
yeah,
Because the amount
yeah.
of like replays just ridiculous.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like how can you make a series where each episode is only like 3 minutes feel so long?
Mm, yeah. The longest 3 minutes. And, again, I'm watching some great some animes I really like now, and they are around 23 minutes, and they feel like 3 minute animes when I
Yeah.
watch them because I'm enthralled in the story and in the visuals. So yeah,
Hmm. A shame
well,
Vinland Saga isn't on this.
yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame. It would definitely be. It should have. If the Vinland Saga was on this, we should have had a S plus.
Oh yeah. S
S
S
plus
S
plus.
plus.
S plus rare ultra shiny thing. It's
Hmm.
dang. God
Yeah.
damn, that's a good anime.
Oh yeah. You know, I saw a really idiotic comment on YouTube some time ago where someone actually complained that it took them 4 years to come with the second season, and I was like, dude, have you seen the quality of this show?
Yeah,
Do
yeah.
not goddamn complain about the fact that they took
Don't
their
rush
time
artistry.
to do this.
Don't fucking rush artistry.
No, like if they had made the show in like 1 year after the first season, it would have sucked. You would also have complained,
Yeah,
but for a different reason. I'm happy that they gave it their
the
all.
time it deserved. Yeah,
Yes, and they made a masterpiece.
yeah.
So anyway,
Ah,
that's for next week.
okay. Yeah, that's for next week.
The next one, Hina Matsuri. So this is also one that I would personally put in S, but you're probably gonna
Yeah,
complain.
I actually like it.
Oh, you with
I
it?
like it too. It's yeah. Let's do that. It's
Awesome.
good. It's good. I like the characters. They are not the best characters in anime history, but I
No,
like the
but
plot. The plot uh, rose them up
mm,
for me to really like it, and the whole thing where she went into the she this was the anime where she went into the gangster thing and totally destroyed it, right? The
oh yeah,
rivaling
and
gang.
each one of them
Yeah,
said "ouchie."
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
amazing.
oh yeah, the whole development of him becoming more dad-like and
Mm.
oh yeah,
And
yeah, it was good.
I loved it, and I love the whole concept of. Obviously, this is a metaphor for a person who doesn't want to be a parent, and where a kid just kind of like comes at you and you're not prepared for it. And I think the show did a fun job with that concept and showed a different kind of like situations with both like parenthood, where we have the other characters, where remember the character of Ansu, the other psychic kid from the future, who who were with the homeless for some time. She got a completely different like character development than Hina did
Hmm.
because of her experiences there, and it was just really some. While they had a lot of gags and a lot of comedy, it also had a lot of wholesome, beautiful moments in the show,
Hmm.
which I applauded for. And I think this is also one of the shows which I feel handles the whole serious and funny at the same time, like really, really well. Like where we have these moments which are super comedy, not meant to be taken serious, but at the same time we have these really serious moments that are meant to be taken, yeah, serious.
Hmm.
And to have a show which does both like seamlessly is really hard, and I think this show does it perfectly. So,
Yeah.
and I'm looking forward to the season two. That better goddamn be announced. Like seriously, they finished the manga.
How many? How
Make that.
many years?
I don't know.
How, how many years ago did the first season come out?
You know, give me a second. I'll figure that out.
Yeah, let's figure it out. I would totally watch season two.
Mm, let's see. All right, the first season came out in 2018. That's like
Hmm.
5 years ago.
Hmm. Yep, it's due. It's very due for for season two.
Yes. Looking forward to see the adventures of Yakuza dude and his psychic kid from the future. Loving
Hmm.
all the Terminator references, by the way. That was really funny.
Hmm.
So yeah, we agree. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Magical Girl Racing Project is the next one, and this is also an S for me personally.
Hmm?
Yeah.
I yeah. I'm with you there. The only thing this is totally irrelevant in the topic of ranking first season, but I'm it, are there a season two yet? No.
Season two has been announced, but
Oh,
it's not
okay.
out yet.
I'm so afraid that because season one the whole thing was the surprise of, oh, well, this has become a battle royale game now.
Hmm.
Ah, and the whole surprise of the whole introduction of, oh, now I'm a magical girl and stuff.
Hmm.
Um, I, I'm I'm a bit afraid that the season two can carry on the same surprises and the same interest I have for season one.
Hmm.
But that again, that's irrelevant. I really liked it. Again, because it's one of the, how many animes do we know? Three or two animes where the com
The magical companion or something.
yeah, the magical companion goes evil. It's
If
the
we do we count that? Oh, I can't remember.
yeah.
That
What the other magical girl
okay,
anime?
there's Madoka Magica. That's the one with Cube.
Yeah,
But then there's that
yeah.
other one that you and I watched. Does that one count as well? Where they also have
The, the star?
yeah, Star Naruto or something like that.
Yeah. Nah, I wouldn't, because
Because
it
the owners are also
itself
evil.
doesn't
So
go itself doesn't go evil.
okay, so
I wouldn't count that.
okay, then that's then we only
It's,
have two where the magical
yeah,
companion goes
and
evil.
it does it well.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it does it as good as QB, but again,
Again,
it
Madoka
seems like
Magica
it's
set the
something new.
standard. So is the one
Oh
that
yeah,
started the entire genre of the
yeah,
dark medical girls.
yeah.
So
So yeah, I, yeah, I like it.
yeah,
I really
I do
like,
too. I
really
really
like.
like the main character, and they're
Yeah,
actually almost
I don't know if again because the main character, she seems, oh, just everyone should be happy and stuff. But yeah, I really liked, who was it, the guy who became a girl as a magical, when he transformed into a magical
I
girl.
can't remember his name,
But
but
yeah, that character, oh my god, so good, well written, damn, well written.
I really like like I like the main character. Snow White is her magical girl name. But I also like the other character that I feel is the most main character of all the characters, which is Ninja Girl. Because like she was always in a bad mood, but when you see her like home life and how that is, like it becomes understandable why she's always like in a bad mood. And towards the end of the series, she actually decides to like change how she is because of what the people she meets. And okay, the reason I really like Snow White is because she represents the kind of hero that I want to root for, where she essentially
Oh yeah.
she's doing good things because doing good things is the right thing to do, and she just wants to try to make the world a better place. And even after all of the sad and terrible stuff that happened to her, it doesn't make her give up on the idea of trying to make the world a better place. No, it actually makes her more determined to become like even more of a sort of a hero. Just the way she goes about it just changes from instead of just helping old ladies cross the road, she goes out and becomes this vigilante, then looking after like evil people and tries to stop them. I just really like that character.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
we don't agree with this. It's a good
Good,
show.
good anime. Yeah.
Yes, looking forward to season 2.
Ooh.
And then we come to ranking of kings, and
Yes.
it's like this
Yes.
cannot be a surprise.
God damn a good anime.
Yes.
Characters, the story, the world, everything.
Can you come up with any like bad things about ranking of
No,
kings?
everything is fucking good.
Yes.
Everything. Yeah, everything is good. I thought of maybe again just because I'm more to darker stories and more gru- gruesomeness.
It did
I'm
have its
maybe
dark moments.
maybe make it a bit darker. But then I thought again, would it really enhance the experience, or does it do with again the man the undead the man who can't be killed?
Yeah.
That was gruesome enough. He was scary as fuck.
Oh yeah. Remember when he killed that one guy where he made him unable to move, and then he just like
Yeah,
slashed his kneecaps or something, and then he just
yeah,
watched him
yeah,
slowly bleed to death.
yeah.
Damn,
And
that was dark.
yeah, and every time he talked, it was just these wailing sounds.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh god damn it! It was good. It was a good anime. Have you watched the quote unquote second season?
It's not quote unquote second season because it's not second season. It's more like specials or OVAs.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah,
considered a second season. I'm just saying.
yeah.
I have
Oh
not.
yeah.
I'm waiting for the dub to finish. Then I might check it out. But as it is right now,
Oh
I'm not
yeah.
following it.
I've last time I talked with you, I watched 2 episodes. I need to rewatch them. I don't remember what really happened, but I think I watched 2 episodes. I'm just looking forward to actually see Boji's adventure continue.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to see where it's
I can
going.
say that I've been reading the manga,
Hmm?
so I know what the second season will be like if it ever, like I know if it ever gets made. So I can tell you that it's just as good as the first one. I would say, just based on the manga.
Great. I'm looking forward. They better make a season 2. They better.
Well, I hope.
Yeah. Oh man, and the demon. Do you remember the demon?
Oh yeah, the dude that just that in the first episode, I think it's the first
Yeah.
episode,
What
comes
the
out of
fuck?
the of boss and then just points at Boji and laughs, setting
And
up
just began to
so
laugh,
many
and then just
possible
fucks off.
ideas.
Yeah.
It's
Whoa. So
it,
many questions. Oh, I really like the whole thing that every episode just had answers to some things, but introduced 3 more questions.
yeah.
I really, oh, and all the visual hints that totally that we. You remember the snake guy that we totally thought, oh,
Oh,
he's
yeah,
an
he was a
evil
bad guy.
guy.
We were so
Oh, he a
convinced.
snake, and look how his black
I
clothing
mean,
and
he
his
looks like Scar if he
mustache.
was a human.
Yeah.
I love that
But
what I love about that is that we joked about it when we first
yeah,
started. Like we were looking at each
and then
other. Oh yeah, you mean the snake guy with
the
black and with the
snake
mustache
guy,
and like, oh yeah, he's totally a good guy.
totally good guy. But
Which he
yeah, he
was.
was actually a good guy.
Yes.
It was just what, just and it was so cool that they 100% knew that, oh, that's what the audience will think,
Yes.
and they just went with it.
They
They
even
went with
they
all
actually
the
did it a little further. But we also have the guy with the spear, who's initially on Boji's side, where he's set
oh
up as being like Boji's like one of his biggest
yeah
allies. But then he betrays him and actually becomes one of
yeah
like boss
yeah
and the Mirror's biggest accomplices. The
yeah
same with the guy with
oh
the sword, who at
yeah
one point attempts to actually kill Boji.
hmm damn
Ah, it feels good to
oh
talk about ranking of kings.
yeah, Ring and King is, oh damn, that's so good. Oh, and the the king of the underworld and his
Mm,
brother, that backstory of theirs.
so good.
Oh my god! And later we get the information that the third brother is the guy with that's unkillable.
Yeah.
Oh,
And we
oh,
figure
so
out like why they're doing all of this essentially and try to save their third brother.
yeah, trying to make him
Normal, like what to
yeah
say.
normal. No, what is called? What is it called? It's called mortal.
No, I
Mortal.
don't think I don't think they tried to take away his immortality. I think they were more like trying to cure his mind or something. Like, did they actually take away
Yeah.
his? I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, the thing where he goes insane. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. It's so sad. I actually I was very invested in those three characters, and yeah, they're very good. They're very good. And the thing where the underworld king, he invades the castle,
Yeah,
and then what was it that made him stop? I don't remember.
it was the fact that his uh, the brother that trained Boji told
Hmm.
him that even he wouldn't be able to defeat Boss. Like only
Mm.
Boji could defeat Boss. I think was that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yes,
God damn, good anime.
a super
Definitely in
anime.
this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
make the second season. Yeah, come on, Weird Studio.
Please.
You're the best
Yeah.
studio.
Yeah.
That's well, one of the best. There are other great studios.
Mm.
So yeah. Oh, moving on to
Mm.
School Live, the zombie anime.
I really liked it.
Same, I wouldn't mind putting in this.
Yeah.
We like all these animes, isn't that great?
Yeah. We don't waste time with bad animes mostly. Yeah.
Uh, yeah, I really like this anime's take on the whole zombie genre
Yeah.
and how it handled the main character's psychology.
Yeah. I
And yeah, you want to
I
say something?
I don't remember. Did you? Because you tried to make me watch this anime, but I don't remember if you told me what it will be
Okay,
about.
I remember how this went out because I
Yeah,
remember you were telling me you wanted to watch a horror anime, and I
yeah,
said, all right, I'll show you a horror anime, and I didn't tell you what it was about.
yeah,
So when we were watching the first episode, you were
yeah. I
like,
was just, what
"Mate,
the fuck
what?"
is this?
And I was
This is
like,
not
"Just,
horror,
just
man.
give it time, just give it time." And then they came to twist, and we're like, "Oh,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
was great."
I think that alone made such a big impact impression on me that I was just totally turned around.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
the,
I
this,
and I really like the thing that I don't remember because we watched the movie too,
mm,
and those two
yeah,
plots. they bleed a bit into each other for me. But I don't remember in the anime did she begin to get a bit of realize what's happening, or was it in the end was she still totally indifferent about it? I don't remember.
I don't think the anime downright goes out and downright says that, oh, she's no longer like crazy or no longer believes this.
Yeah.
I think it's highly implied that she
Yeah,
realizes
she
what's going
implied
on.
it. Yeah, she begins to see clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really liked it, because if that didn't happen, I would probably start to be a bit annoyed that okay, man, we need some character development here.
Yeah,
Come on.
it should be said that I think this is one of those animes that are desperately in need of a second season, because what really happens in the future is that both we have a lot of character development where the characters are like personality wise changes a lot,
Mm,
and also we have a
mm.
setting change where they in the last episode of the anime they leave the school, so
Oh, yeah.
I think for the anime to really hit the heights that I know it can reach. I think that we need
Mm,
the second season, which
yeah.
it's been so
Yeah,
long now. I'm beginning to fear we might never get it.
yeah.
But
I
yeah,
really like it. It was a great change of pace when they visited the mall.
yeah,
Yeah.
and where
If
they
they
got
make a season,
the
the dog.
no, they already got the dog. I think
Huh.
the other
No, that
character.
was at the mall. Oh yeah, her.
Mm.
Yeah, and she was very annoyed that that the girl with the cat ears.
The girl
Yeah,
with the cat
and she
hat.
was very annoyed that she didn't see clearly. So it almost felt like, oh well, that this would be me, and I wouldn't have. I would also be maybe questioning if it's safe for her to live in this imagination or something. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, I like that she came with a different perspective than the other two.
Yeah. It was a nice addition to the whole thing.
Yeah. Also the fact that she was a year younger than them, so
Hmm.
she was just a different situation.
Hmm. So yeah.
And also, I like how some of the subtlety of the show, where they don't go downright out to tell you some stuff where you have to figure out, like you have to figure out that the teacher that we see in the first episode, she's not really there,
Mm.
and she's actually dead before that, before everything that happens in the first episode. But they don't go downright out and like tell you. Like you just have to slowly like figure out that, oh, none of the other characters are talking to her or acknowledging her, being that it's only Yuki, I think is her name, that's
Mm.
like talking to her. And then I love how then we see a flashback of how where we actually follow the teacher before she died, and
Hmm.
I just like how they use the different characters here.
Yeah.
So just generally a really good show.
Mm. It's really good. Yeah, I would definitely recommend it, and I would probably recommend it the same way you did, because
Mm.
the whole surprise thing really adds to the
Yeah,
experience.
I agree. And also one of the reasons why I've heard that it kind of suffered a bit when it comes to
Oof.
people like uh,
Oh
watching
yeah,
it,
yeah, I
because
remember you telling me this.
yeah,
Yeah.
like it's been promoted as a slice of life anime, so that the twist is supposed to be a twist.
Yeah, but then again, I feel like it's the part of the experience.
Agree.
Again, this is one of the animes that suffers very heavily if you spoil it.
Oh yeah, like
Yeah,
just the fact that I told you that, oh, it's a horror anime.
yeah. That could have it didn't ruin it, because I would probably I'm not the biggest on slice of life animes,
Mm.
so it would have probably taken me
Look, if I had told
a
you it was a
long
slice of life anime, I couldn't
yeah
have convinced you to
it, it
watch it.
yeah not at that moment in time. I needed something. I told you I wanted to watch a horror anime,
Yeah.
so I was not in the mood for slice of life in any way. So yeah. Cool.
So are you ready for it? Sword Art Online. Well, that's an obvious S. I'm kidding. Oh god, where to put Sword Art Online? So this is actually our Sword Art Online video. It's our second most watched video on the channel, and it is
What's wrong with you people?
It's actually really popular, right? You
You
can't deny
freaks!
that. But um, Sword Art Online is the one anime that we mention like the most.
The most.
We
And
always
that's
go
not a good
back to
thing.
it
That's not a good thing.
because we compare every single character to Kirito.
Yeah.
He's essentially our mascot in a way, Kirito.
Yeah. He's a mascot for every stale piece of bread male character in what is it? It's not a shonen. It's a anything.
I actually don't know.
Yeah.
It's based on
He,
light
he's
novels, so
yeah. He's the base stale bread character, male character. Yeah.
So okay, so my experience with Sword Art Online is the fact that it's a very flawed show that I
Yeah.
can still enjoy to a degree.
Yeah.
Depending on what part of it you watch.
I actually like
So
when the season one. When does it end? Does it end at when they go back to the real world, or
no,
does it
no,
end
season
after
one,
Elfheim?
season one ends after Elfheim. You just
Elfheim is so fucking bad.
yes, it's funny how
Damn.
even people that defend Sword Art Online never defends Elfheim. No one likes Elfheim. And
Man, it's
I would like
again. If the Death Note suffered from having a part one and a part two,
well, it ended up not suffering
stop,
at the end.
stop,
Still got it
stop,
to
stop.
S.
Yeah, but Sword Online is rotting because of it. It's getting putrid. Is becoming radioactive because of it.
I would say when it comes to decline in quality, like comparisons from like first part to second part, then yeah, Sword Art Online is just another level entirely.
And we haven't even talked about that's a part of the part two, but all the fucking groping and all the nasty fucking scenes with male characters just
Yeah,
going over the line.
look, there is a
At times
scene with
times
literal giant slugs that
yeah, it's just
use their tentacles on
yeah.
Asuna.
Yeah. It's just, it's so, and all the semi-naked scenes is just okay. Yeah. Oh god, fucking.
Oh, and the incest.
Oh yeah, and the incest.
Not to forget.
Not to forget the fucking incest.
Oh god, damn.
What?
Alpha
I want
Online
to.
is a trip, man.
Yeah,
Like,
it's a fucking trip. Yeah. Oh, you know what I really didn't like. You remember the character who was very supportive of the gun girl, right?
oh yeah, the guy who ended up also being a rapist.
Yeah, it's just okay.
Uh.
So all other male characters who likes another girl who's not Kirito is a rapist. It fucking felt like it.
Yeah, it really felt like they just like this character. She can't have other friends than Kirito that are male. It really felt like that. And that annoyed me. It
And,
felt.
and it's okay that if the scene was that she didn't like him and told him, and then they just become friends
You know, I just feel like they shouldn't have made him being having a romantic attraction to Sinon is her name. Because it already makes it seem like he's only doing these good things for her because he's attracted to her. Like that means that as soon as it implies that as soon as she would reject him for Kirito, obviously, then he would like stop hanging out with her and stop doing good things for her. And that I just don't like that.
Yeah.
Like, why can't she just have a really good friend who just sees her as a really good friend?
Yeah, who's not Kirito?
Yeah. Look, I'm
Yeah.
fine with having Klein 2.0. Like, that would be
I
okay.
do you remember not long time after we watched this anime, we made this concept. Oh, what was the concept?
Oh, finding love offline or
Yeah,
something like that.
finding love. No, we call it finding love offline.
Yeah, yeah.
And the whole concept. What was our concept? It
Okay, I think
was
it was that all of the female characters in Sword Art Online, they would like be an they would give up on Kirito because Kirito is with Asuna. They made that pretty clear in the
yeah,
show. So they would then find
go
love
out
in
to
the
go
real
go.
world, not on
Yeah,
in the game.
finding love. Oh, we need to build up that concept, man.
Just gonna
Oh,
start that
it's good.
Kickstarter.
Yeah.
I,
To fucking start writing or
it
do
says
something about
something
it.
that Sword Art Online annoyed us so much we had to make our own version.
Yeah,
Like,
we needed to think about how could we make this better?
hmm. So look out for
uh
a future video where we start work on our. I don't know what it's gonna be, a radio drama or something.
yeah. Oh, it could be that would be a good idea. But yeah, um, oh, man,
So we
it's
actually have to put this somewhere.
oh man, if it was only part one, I could
This
be
it should be said. This is both the
yeah.
first part of How Online and also the entire second season. And I
Oh
actually
Jesus,
so
yeah.
we also have the entire Gun Gale and
Damn. Oh.
that other.
For
Oh,
me, it doesn't.
do
It
you have
just
to?
doesn't get better. It doesn't get better.
I have to.
Elfheim tainted the whole second
Look, I
season.
can easily ignore Alfheim. Like for me, listen,
It was a fucking acid trip.
yeah. Listen, the show doesn't care about what happened in the past. It completely like forgets past events and it brings them up depending on what they need. So I don't have to
Yeah,
remember past events
yeah,
in the show.
yeah.
Also, you told me that the story with in the second season with Asuna and Yuki actually got to you when you first watched it. Remember that
What
the
in the
girl?
second season?
Yeah, remember the last storyline with that girl who's dying of this like disease?
Oh my God! Yes. Oh no! You reminded me of it. Oh no! Oh,
Yeah,
it was
something you
good.
actually liked.
Yeah, I actually like that. Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh man,
Funny enough, it's
that
the
was
only like
that
story
was
arc where Kirito isn't in the focus. What
yeah.
does that say about the show?
Oh man, that was good actually. That was good.
Hmm.
And it came out of nowhere. I really didn't expect it. Oh man,
My only problem with
where's
that
a
is that
place fucking you?
I feel like Asuna's conflict with her family felt a bit forced, but it served the story alright.
Hmm.
And I will also say I actually do like some of the action scenes in Sword Art Online, like in the whole Gun Gale arc where he is swinging the lightsaber around and blocking bullets. I actually think that looks cool.
I actually think the first episode of the first season is one of the most one of those episodes where the animation really made me want to watch more. It's a shame that they blasted their animation budgets on first season for that first episode, but damn if it didn't get me hooked.
Yeah, I agree. Like the first episode of Sword Art Online is actually kind of like iconic in a way, where they get trapped inside a video game.
Yeah.
Where and
Oh
it's
man. Okay. I need to weigh it up. Okay. First part of first season. It has its flaws. It has its flaws.
I think actually okay.
I,
If we only take the first part of the first season, I would be fine with putting that in B because
yeah.
it's easily
Me too.
enjoyable. It's nothing
Yeah.
incredible or impressive, but it's easily enjoyable for what it is.
Okay. Let's stack Elfheim upon that.
The Alfheim,
It's still B.
no
It's
D.
still B. Oh yeah, Elfheim alone is D, but how much does it weigh down on Sword Art Online when we put first part of the first season?
Honestly, I would argue that I could. It,
Would you still okay? If I told you you need to watch Sword Art Online again, would you
I could probably.
be able?
I could probably still enjoy part of it if I'm prepared for, oh, it's bad, I'm gonna watch something bad and I'm gonna laugh at it. So bad it.
I don't think
I think I could
I
probably
don't
do
think
that.
I could. I fucking don't think I could. The whole
Excluding some of the more nasty scenes, I think I could.
the whole scenario with Asuna, the whole scenario, the whole thing where she's a damsel in distress, and the only time she actually can do something to escape, she's getting into turned into a sex object. It's just
Yeah, getting molested by slugs.
yeah.
Why slugs?
Why slugs?
Why?
What? Seriously. The problem is they are players, right? They are players.
No, they're not even players. They're oh, what's it called? Administrators or something.
Oh, but they are not.
Game
Oh, yeah, but
handlers.
but they are real people.
Yeah, they're real people.
Yeah. Why would you fucking choose a slug as your avatar, as
I,
your thing? It's so weird because everyone else is some kind of fairy. Why didn't they go with some kind of fairy? Maybe make it a bit robotic or some magic stone thing, so they look like something that could administrate and something that's supposed to be feelingless, just absorbing data and.
Maybe it's just their kink. I don't know, man. Like,
No, it's just because they needed to be more disgusting, and it made the scene
well,
more
if we are
disgusting.
supposed to be disgusted by the scene, then
Yeah,
congratulations.
yeah, it
You just
worked, but it doesn't
succeeded.
make any sense. It's bad for the story. It doesn't make sense why. It's distracting. It's actually distracting
Yeah,
now I
I
think about
think
it. It's
it's okay. I can
distracting.
come with a possible idea of why they went with slugs because it's kind of
Yeah.
uh, I can compare it with something that the author of One Piece has done, where the author of One Piece did it well, where it was done badly here. In One Piece, there are these characters called the World Nobles or something, right? They're always complete
Yeah.
assholes and terrible people, and they're
Yeah.
always drawn in a way to make them look bad because they're supposed to be bad people. Like that's a choice by the author. And these people, the only scene where we see them in is where they molest Asuna. So they're supposed to be bad people, so they're drawn as something that looks really bad. So I think that might be
Yeah.
the same idea that's put into it. But this is where they taking it too far, I feel.
Yeah.
Where it's not just like, oh, there's a one guy, he's like overweight or doesn't look very good or anything. No,
Hmm.
he's a little slug.
Yeah.
It's just too blatant.
Yeah. Ah, man. Okay, that weighs it heavily down. Does it go down to C by that? I would argue yes.
I would also
It
argue
does.
yes. It drags it
Uh,
a whole tier down.
okay,
But
and then
we have season
hmm?
2, which has 3
Yeah,
story arcs, and the first story arc has its heavy flaws, but I still find it somewhat enjoyable.
was that
That's the Gun Gale one.
that was yeah? I just need to remember what was the first part.
That's the
What was
one
the
with the
first
guns,
arc?
with Xenon and all that.
I don't remember.
It's the one with Death Gun, where
Shit.
he's shooting people and then they die
Oh,
in real
that
life.
that was the first part.
Yeah,
Damn.
and again, it's heavily flawed, but I can still personally enjoy it, and it has some fun
Yeah,
parts.
yeah. It has. I think the whole. Yeah, yeah. It's fine. Yeah.
Mm. And the second story arc is the very short one where they're playing Alfheim again, and they have to stop
Oof.
some sort of
Yeah.
big game event, and Kirito gets
Yeah.
Excalibur at the end.
Was
It's
that
kind
was
of
the place where they go up in heaven and
they meet,
stuff?
they meet Freya, which turns out to be Thor.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
It's okay.
It felt like a filler.
It really did. It felt like a waste of time. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
well, then we had
Uh,
the last story arc, which is the one with Yuki and Asuna, which
mwah.
was actually kind of heartfelt.
Yeah, that was good.
So honestly, with this, if we add the second season, I'm willing to put it in B. Like,
I would still not watch it again, but yeah. Yeah.
I'm actually surprised it landed this high. But yeah, B. It's a heavily flawed.
I
Sword Online is a heavily flawed
yeah.
show, but there are still some parts of it I can enjoy.
Yeah.
I want to actually say like then it's besides gangster and can we put it in C? It feels a bit too good for it.
Yeah.
I'll put it in C.
Eh, it's bad.
But there's still some parts of it that are enjoyable for
Yeah.
what they are.
Yeah.
So, moving on. Jesus, that took long. Teasing Master Takaki-san. So this is a fun little anime, which just going by the first season, I would be fine with either S or A personally.
I would. Me too. I would put it in A. It was
Hmm.
not. It was again. It's a slice of life.
Yeah,
It's not something that I find appetizing at first, but I warmed a bit up to it.
like
In the in hmm?
it's kind of it's very open about what you see is what you get. Like
Yeah,
it,
yeah, 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 yeah.
it's
There,
called
there
teasing
isn't
Master
many surprises.
Takagi-san, and that's what it's about. This
Yeah.
like these two characters where one is teasing the other and hey it's funny
Mm,
like that's what it is.
mm,
Like
yeah.
it, nothing more, nothing less. And like if we go
Mm,
by the second or third season and all that, that does come more character development and change in the story. But we're only
mm,
talking about the first season.
mm.
So yeah,
Again, in the end, I got a bit annoyed by the girl because yeah, they are children, so
mm,
they acted like children, and I think in a broader spectrum of time, I can get annoyed by that, but that just talks to the acting. It's well acted. They acted like
yeah.
children.
I
It
got the
felt like
feeling they were children. Like
yeah,
again,
yeah,
old children, like they were like 12 or something. But so
yeah,
children who
and
were
they and
nearing teenagehood.
yeah, and they were appropriately annoying in that regard.
So
Yeah.
yeah, we agree, eh?
Mm.
All right. So we're moving on to Vivi. What was the full name? Fluoride Eye Song or something like that.
Oh.
And I would say yes.
Mm.
Like
Yeah, me too.
Vivi was a great sci-fi show with some fantastic visual. Like the animation was amazing, and
Mm.
the story itself, despite being a time travel story, which I am always gonna be a bit hesitant about, I think they handled uh, the concept like really well in it.
Yeah.
And
I wasn't
hmm,
bored at any time. It was good through and through. I really liked it.
mm,
Yeah, and I really liked the way they handled the time travel. It wasn't this lengthy. It wasn't this lengthy trying to make this make sense. It was just this guy made a time machine. It worked.
yeah.
This is a storytelling tool. Don't think any further about it. Done.
Hmm. Also, I really like some of the character things they did with. We have these, I think they were like terrorists who were against AI, like being a part of society. But because of what they were doing, like killing politicians and the like, then AI actually became more a part of society. So they
Hmm.
were doing like the opposite. So we had to stop um, the terrorists because what the terrorists were fearing would happen were actually going to happen. So it was
Hmm.
kind of like funny how the main characters wanted essentially the same end goal as the terrorists, but we had to stop the terrorists from doing their missions because they would inadvertently get further closer to the world they didn't want. It was kind of fun, like that.
Yeah.
And also, I like how they did the whole. There are lots of time skips in the show, where we have one character that's introduced, and then we
Oh
see that character
yeah.
later on when he's or her has gotten older. And they did
Oh
that in
yeah,
a
that was
very
powerful. Yeah.
they did that in a very natural way.
Mm-hmm.
And like they only had 12 episodes to work with, and I just think it worked.
I liked every time because the episode basically is a time skip every time, right? Or
Yeah, I
maybe
think
every
like after
second time.
every episode, that's like a time skip or something.
Yeah, every after every arc
Oh
or
yeah, after
something.
every arc. Yeah, you're right there.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. I really like that concept because sometimes you in an anime you will get a time skip, but in this it was an essential part of it, and it's a cool concept. Yeah.
Yeah, and also I like how we see the world change gradually. Like as time goes on, we also see that the world change with like technology and how AI are
Mm.
used. And what was I thinking about? Like one of the ways they used the character was that we had kind of like two main characters in Vivi, where we had the original Vivi who was kind of like didn't show much emotion, and then we had the other Vivi from for like one arc who did show a lot of emotion.
Mm.
And this was actually really clever because they actually that in this way they actually managed to sort of kill off the main character, because at one point in the personality of her with a lot of emotion gets like shut off or something. And that's kind of a to me is a clever way of actually killing off the main character without killing off the main character.
Yeah.
They did several things like that, where we had that other story where we have one AI take over the body of another AI because they
Oh
wanted
yeah.
that AI to be like successful because that was their programming. They did a lot of clever
Mm-mm.
things with the concept of AI, I think.
Mm.
And then there was that
Yeah.
other story with a guy being the first guy who marries an AI, and
Mm.
yeah, it was just. I think it's a clever show that did a lot of interesting
Yeah.
things, and it all
Yeah.
comes to a big climax at the end.
Mm. Damn, I remember I was interested just because I've seen one clip, and it's the one where she fights and basically rips off one of her arms because there was a bomb attached to it. That was the whole reason I wanted to watch it, but I was pleasantly surprised that it became much more deeper than cool fighting scenes and
Yeah,
stuff.
that was a lot more than just the
Action.
action. I remember what actually attracted to it to me was that like the opening shot where they're at this like what's it called,
Oh, we
theme
have a
park.
timer.
No, it wasn't that.
Oh,
It was
what?
that we were at the theme
Oh,
park like way in the future, and
yeah.
all these different mechanical stuff is killing people. So we had this like
Yeah.
drone that just flies into a random guy,
Yeah. Yeah.
and these like bumper cars like
Yeah.
hitting people. It was just I was getting like hooked by that.
Mm.
And at the same time, we had this like robot who was like, "Hey everyone, listen to me sing! Yay! Are you all having fun?" And everyone around are just like dead
Yeah.
corpses and are burning. I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know what this is about, but it
Yeah.
looks lit as hell.
Mm.
But yeah, and then there was that timer where,
Oh, it was so cool.
and you were annoyed that they took away the timer after like the first
Yeah,
episode.
I actually think they should have reintroduced introduced it in some of the episodes. They did, but it could have been more utilized because it was such a cool. Because it went on for so long. It went on for so long. It was basically in the start of her. In the start where
Where Vivi gets introduced. Yeah.
yeah, and it was not only the clock. We also saw coordinates where she's supposed to go and
Yeah, like
where she's
she's supposed to like
yeah
stand at the right place at the right time or something.
yeah. Oh, it was so cool.
Hmm.
I wish they utilized that more, where we could see what she's thinking. Maybe in a fight scene, that's okay. You need to duck x centimeters or something. Yeah, cool, cool.
Hmm. So we agree. It's a super show. Yes. Tier.
Yeah, ST
Hmm. With studio doing it again.
doing a good, doing great work. Yeah.
So Yuri on Ice. And I was not a
Uh,
big fan of this one personally. So
yeah,
I would actually put it in B, like
yeah.
personally.
Actually, me too. It, it, it's a bit, sad because it suffers a bit because it is an anime uh, about ice skating, in particular dancing ice. I don't remember what that profession is called, but
Figure
it
skating, right?
suffers a bit. Yeah, figure skating. It suffers because it needs to be they are doing the same moves again and again, so it suffers a lot because yeah they because it is the same animation used and it is the same movements, and yeah, it suffers a lot because of that. Again, for me, the least interesting things in the anime was the figure skating, because I just knew, oh, I needed to watch the same thing happen for three times. So, oh, okay.
Mm.
Um, I really, I really like the story of Yuri, not the underdog
He's
story,
not an
because
underdog. He was already the
yeah,
best in Japan.
he's yeah, but him getting to overcome self doubt,
Insecurity,
um,
yeah.
insecurity. Yeah, I like that part. I wish it was again. It's already a big. It's basically the other half of it, but
Mm.
the figure skating, the thing that the whole thing is about, just it it says something when that is the least interesting part of it. The
Yeah.
thing, the thing, the thing that it's about is the least interesting about it. It's that's bad. That's very bad.
Mm. Yeah, I
So
think that
yeah.
the reason the figure skating kind of suffers a bit for me is the fact that I can't see a difference in skill between the different characters. So I just have to take their
Mm.
words for it when the judges are saying, "Oh, this guy was a lot better than this guy." Then it's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I guess it is." Like to me, they all
Mm.
looked equally good. Like
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe it's just because I'm not into figure skating, so I can't like judge whether one is better than the other.
Mm.
But yeah, the whole tournament and like sport concept of the show suffered because of that to me,
Mm.
and also it got a bit boring, like because like you said,
Mm.
most of the like you've seen one or two figure skating performances in the show.
Yeah.
For the
In the
record, in
show.
the
Yeah.
show, then they kind of end up blending a bit together.
Yeah.
And also, when it comes to the other part that this anime is well known for is the like relationship between the characters.
Mm-hmm.
It did not talk to me that much. I found
Mm.
the the Russian guy, his mentor. What was he called? I can't
Mm.
remember.
Mm. Mm. Yeah.
I found him to be a bit annoying actually, and
Yeah.
he he just kept and the things he kept on like calling the main character just got me a bit like put
Oh
off.
yeah.
Like he kept
Yeah.
making fun of
He
his
bullied
weight and
him.
calling him the pig or
Yeah.
piggy, as he said.
Yeah.
It
God.
didn't
Yeah. I remember that. Yeah.
it really didn't do much for me.
Yeah.
Though I will applaud them for doing something different with already having a character that's like one of the best in the world, and then having him be kind of like in a what can I say in a flunk or something, whatever you say, and then having to pull
Mm.
himself out of that. That's a bit different. Like
Yeah.
usually with these kind of stories, you would go from like the beginning.
Yeah.
So that was interesting.
But he's already very established.
Yeah, like really
Yeah.
established.
Mm.
So I think a prequel would be interesting, like where we see him,
Yeah.
start figure skating, and then that would be
Mm. Mm.
Would I watch
Yeah.
that? I'm not sure. I'm not a big fan of the show, but
Nah,
I think
not
that's an
even. Yeah.
interesting idea in any case.
Hmm.
Also, I'm not a big fan of the ending where he ends up really not, other than like overcoming his insecurities.
Ah, he didn't win. Yeah.
No, he didn't. Where I heard there's a movie in the works where they're supposed to end the story, which fair enough,
Oh.
but I'm not gonna
Oh.
watch the movie, so so I'm not gonna get the ending.
Oh. So yeah. Yeah. I would. It isn't something I would watch again, but it's not something I think badly about
Same.
afterwards.
It's nothing. I don't have anything like legitimately bad to say about it. Like it's not. It's not for me.
Yeah.
And there are different parts about it that I can praise, but there are also different parts about it where I can say, this didn't really work for me.
Hmm.
That's why I
Yeah.
think B for us is a good place to put it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I know there's gonna be a lot of people that are like angry at us for this because some people
Hmm.
consider it a masterpiece, which fair enough. I just disagree with you. Like if as
Hmm.
far as sports anime goes, I think Yu-Gi-Oh is a better sports anime. I would put Yu-Gi-Oh in this, saying it right here.
Hmm. Oh yeah, yes, Yu-Gi-Oh! Fucking yes.
Oh yeah.
Um, I'm just looking over tier list. Do I feel special about anything? No, I actually feel very good.
You
I feel
you're
like
fine with
everything.
this tier list?
Yes, I am.
Hmm. Other
Death Note is
than
still S.
what?
Death Note is still S.
Yeah, you got your will, you mother.
Yeah.
Uh, so yeah, the only part that I kind of disagree with is like I would put Himifura in S, but
Hmm,
that's
that's
so.
compromise.
Yeah, that's called compromise. But I am happy some of the things like it's some of my favorites up here that it is.
Hmm.
Like I really like Hinamatsuri and
Hmm.
Racing Girl Project.
Yeah,
Hmm,
it was good too. Yeah.
hmm. And of course, Ring of Kings is just
Fucking Ranger
amazing.
King's master. Fucking great anime. Yeah.
Hmm. You know what could actually be fun if we made a tier list between the ones in S, and then see how they would stack against
Oh,
each other.
sure. Oh, that could. We, again, we have a lot of work in front of us. We
Oh, we
will
have
watch so many
plenty of
animes.
stuff like ready for
Yeah,
made into an
planned.
episode.
So
Don't worry.
maybe we will do. We can do that for the next. How many 14 animes we have here? Yeah, around that.
I think
We
13
can do that
actually.
for the next 14 animes.
Hmm.
So yeah.
Look for that in a couple of years.
Hmm.
We'll see how long it takes us.
Yeah.
You know,
Let's
we
see.
should take in the next time we're doing this, we should take a Villain Saga. I think it deserves a place here because we'll be finished by that one, like by then.
Yeah. We could put in. We could put in there. Yeah.
Hmm.
It deserves it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think this is it. Thanks for watching, and remember to like and subscribe, and to comment down below. I would love to hear your opinions about how wrong we are about all this, or how right. Yeah, you never know. So yeah, see you next time. So bye.
Bye bye.